Hi, I'm B. Preeti Meena, Assistant Professor, School of Social Work, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Today, we'll be discussing about Unit 2, Social Development, especially its importance in India. Social development focuses on the overall well-being and progress of individuals and their communities. In India, social work is essential for promoting social development. Social workers like us tackle issues like poverty, inequality, and exclusion to uplift communities and create inclusive growth. Social development focuses on the holistic well-being and progress of individuals and communities, emphasizing equality, justice, and human dignity. Social work in India is critical in promoting social development by addressing issues such as we discussed earlier, poverty, inequality, and social exclusion. To state an example, organizations like Tata Institute of Social Sciences and CRY, Child Rights and You, work toward child welfare and community empowerment, highlighting the impact of social work on development. What are the measurements of social development in terms of its social and economic indicators? Social indicators such as literacy rates, life expectancy, and education access gauge the well-being of Indian communities. Social workers in India work to improve these indicators by promoting literacy, advocating for better healthcare, and enhancing education accessibility, especially in rural and marginalized areas. Social workers target these indicators through initiatives like Akshara Foundation's literacy program in Karnataka, focusing on increasing literacy rates in marginalized communities, or Mandeshi Foundation, which improves health and economic stability for rural women. The Economic Indicators and Human Development Index. Economic indicators like GDP per capita, employment rates, and income distribution are essential in assessing India's development. Social work initiatives like Pratham in education and Gunj in livelihood creation aim to bridge gaps reflected in the HDI by providing quality education and income generating opportunities, especially in rural and low income areas. The Human Development Index HDI combines social and economic data to measure overall progress. Social work in India aims to address disparities reflected in the HDI, focusing on creating sustainable income opportunities and reducing income inequality. Social workers in India prioritize community needs while protecting environmental and cultural assets. For instance, Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and Environment works with local communities to balance conservation with livelihood generation, ensuring long-term benefits. The social cost benefit analysis in development projects. Social costs include environmental degradation and cultural loss, while social benefits encompass health, education, and improved living standards. Indian social workers consider both costs and benefits when implementing development projects, ensuring they meet community needs without harming cultural or environmental resources. Let us understand the challenges to social development in India. The major challenges include poverty, inequality, social exclusion, and environmental degradation, particularly in underserved regions. Social workers address these challenges by providing resources to underserved communities, working on inclusive policies, and raising awareness about environmental conservation. Social workers tackle these challenges by providing resources, advocating for inclusive policies, and raising awareness. Sneha, Society for Nutrition, Education and Health Action in Mumbai addresses urban poverty and health disparities in slum communities, emphasizing social inclusion and access to health services. What are the measures to promote social development in India? Social workers invest in human capital by supporting education, healthcare, and skill building initiatives. They also promote equality and inclusion, advocating against discrimination and pushing for equal opportunities. Sustainable development is another focus. balancing economic growth with environmental care to ensure long-term benefits for communities. Programs by popularly known as Smile Foundation in Healthcare and Skill India for employment training illustrate the role of social work in promoting equality and inclusion, particularly by empowering women, youth, and marginalized communities. What is voluntary action in social development? Voluntary organizations are key in social development, mobilizing resources and promoting community engagement. Social workers and volunteers collaborate to address social issues and advocate for policy changes. Examples in India include grassroots organizations like SEVA, which is Self-Employed Women's Association that empower women through skill training, and social workers and volunteers collaborate to tackle social issues and advocate for policy reforms. SEVA, that is Self-Employed Women's Association, empowers women by providing skill training, also legal support and financial services, enhancing social and economic inclusion. Social workers' role in social development in India. Social work in India operates at multiple levels, addressing individual and family needs while also working on broader policy advocacy and community organizing. Social workers contribute to social development by tackling personal and community challenges, fostering social inclusion, and supporting mental health and well-being. Sustainable solutions and collective action. Achieving sustainable development requires collective action, combining efforts from governments, organizations, and individuals. Indian social workers often collaborate with local governments and NGOs to create sustainable development solutions, such as waste management projects and renewable energy initiatives in rural areas. Through case management, advocacy, and direct intervention, social workers address challenges in community. For example, Church Auxiliary for Social Action (CASA) provides disaster relief and community support, helping families rebuild while advocating for stronger disaster policies. Sustainable development requires collaboration between governments, NGOs, and communities to address systemic challenges. Indian social workers often partner with local governments and NGOs for sustainable projects. Initiatives like Waste Warriors in waste management and Cellco Foundation in renewable energy aim to empower rural communities with eco-friendly solutions. Let us look at the key takeaways from this unit. Social development in India is a multifaceted process that requires attention to both social and economic indicators. Social work plays a vital role, with professionals and volunteers committed to building inclusive, equitable, and sustainable communities. Social work in India aims to empower marginalized groups, promote environmental stewardship, and enhance community well-being. Social development, particularly to India, is multidimensional, addressing both the social and economic indicators like we discussed earlier to create an inclusive society with inclusive growth. As social work plays a crucial role with professionals and volunteers dedicated to creating equitable and sustainable communities, we aim to uplift marginalized groups, promote environmental sustainability, and enhance the community well-being. The collective impact of social work efforts strengthens India's path toward inclusive social development. Thank you.